Hey, it's April. Welcome to your Akashic Records rant and energy update for June 9th, 10th, and 11th. I know, I'm feeling froggy. Let's go for day 3. Let's go for the 3 days. Let me go ahead and tune into June 9th, Sunday. Let's see what's going on. Freedom! I'm just like, that that song from, I think it was from the late 80s, early 90s. Freedom, freedom. It definitely feels like rejuvenation, like feels like a lot of you have taken care of yourself. You just took a little bit of a break, took a little hiatus from it all. Earlier in the week, there was like a lot of overwhelm with these external energies, and the world had like a lot of aggressive kind of very active energy, and it was a lot of overwhelm for a lot of people. Some of you are really good at just staying at home and chilling and just doing the best that you can in those energies. But Sunday feels restoration, rejuvenation, restore, freedom, feeling a sense of accomplishment, almost like you feel like this energy used to be tricky to you, but you found a way through and it made you feel good about yourself. And there's this newfound sense of freedom that you accomplished that. So that's in there. I'm also just seeing like being so appreciative and sitting still, allowing yourself to see all of the options coming in. You don't fully have to know all of the options verbatim. It's just feeling them. You can feel them coming in. And as long as you feel them, they are showing up. It's just having that trust, listening to the universe every step of the way, receiving messages from God, universe, the Akashic Records, your guides, about what do you need to do today in this moment. And I'm using myself as an example. I was going to do a bunch of lives today, and it just didn't feel right, even though rationally, made the most sense to do that. But definitely going into June 9th, we're being asked to listen to every message and to follow it 180%. And if you don't know how to tune in to receive messages, I'm going to give you a little example of how to do it right now. Know that whenever you tune in, you're always protected, you're always taken care of. And then you want to take some deep breaths and envision almost like a grounding cord from your tushy going down into the ground, anchoring into the earth, and then feeling the top of the head, your crown chakra. And then feel your crown chakra go up to the white light. Almost like a cylinder, like crown chakra is the top of the head, feeling the cylinder going up to the white light. And asking, hey, what should I do in this very moment? What should I do today for career, relationship, anything? And a lot of you with relationship on the June 9th, you're stepping into release. Lots of release. Some of you are letting go of relationships. Some of you are letting go of an identity of who you were in relationships. Oh, that's powerful. It's a continuation of Saturday going into Sunday. And I'm also getting crickets. Like crickets, like you guys don't need messages. You just need to sit with your shit. Oh, I love them. All right, what are we not aware of with on the cards dropped? What are we not aware of about Sunday, June 9th? What are we not aware of? Thank you. Moving on. 8 of Cups. Moving on. Kind of like, some of you might feel like the things that you're leaving behind, there's sentimental value to it. And there's a little bit of grief, there's a little bit of sadness about leaving it. But the path forward looks so incredible. Like you can just feel and see and you know that there's so many big, exciting things coming in order to really be in the energy that you need to be in to call it in. Letting go. There's also like there's potential for conflict and disagreements, misunderstandings on Sunday, June 9th. And ultimately, your goal is to sit in the energy of how can I be in the highest aligned version of myself right now? Even when my atmosphere, my world, the situation is tugging at me to react to my ego, how can I most lovingly sit in the essence of my highest version of myself? And how can I show up in the physical world with this energy during something that I normally would react to, that my ego would normally react to? And that doesn't have to be just even like fights and disagreements. I'm also saying like people with their finances, people with your work. Like what pulls your ego normally to react? What is your normal reaction to, something that's trying to grab your attention? For example, if, things are kind of slow right now, is your ego grabbing at it like, well, oh, if I work harder, then everything will happen. And that might be a pattern of yours, right? But if it's slow and you know that it's slow and you're just resting and you're being patient and you're being spirit-led and spirit's just telling you, hey, be creative, do something creative today towards your business that you love doing. Not like going out and throwing out advertisements. Do things that you love doing. What you're doing is you're creating a frequency that builds upon itself, right? And it becomes this lighthouse that magnetizes everything that you need. That's the focus, right? The ego wants to react and go from an old patterning that you've learned over the course of lifetimes or from your family members. And so the goal here is and this feels like it's going into Monday, do your best. Also, it's not a perfect road. It needs to be perfect here. But for what I'm reading is most of you are catching this and you're working it out. You're working the kinks out, and that's amazing. All right, what is the energy for June 10th, Monday? June 10th, Monday. I got give me a break, break me up a piece of that Kit Kat bar. What does that represent? Okay, Monday is about solitude. Like you would think that it means like I'm getting a break, but there is a call for solitude and relaxation, processing. Let go of any limitations within that are holding you back. Reassess yourself, reassess your foundation. See what everything is offering you in this world. When you have the energy, when you have the frequency, when you have the strength to stay in a higher alignment, see what this world will provide for you. Let go of the old versions of how this world is ran. You are here to conquer the world in a new light from the heart. Many of the ones around you do not understand this fully. You're here to show them the new way to live. When you live in the heart, there are a new set of laws and guidance systems. And what works for others on the mental plane may not work for you. And so it's letting go of the old paradigm. Monday is all about letting go of the old paradigm. Whoa. I felt like I had to go up there because the message for Monday was like, there's a big, activity-wise, the world may not seem very active on Monday, but energetically, there's next level energy coming in. And it's important to let go of negative thought processes. We're still in that. not fully understanding our path forward. It's not having like complete clarity, but having trust, standing your ground, implementing boundaries. And I'm getting this image of this beautiful woman laying, like just sitting and standing in a bubble. She's standing in a bubble. And everything in the world is bouncing off that bubble. And the goal here for Monday is to be in that bubble, to feel like, to be in the world, but to feel that it's not able to hit the bubble. It can hit the bubble, but it can't go inside of it. Also, Monday may not be the day that you want to have like a bunch of conversations out in public. What are they thinking on Monday? What are they thinking on Monday? That's great. Some of you are really feeling like you've processed a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about. And this is for another group of people, by the way. This only is going to resonate for a few people. I'm feeling that sense of you're tapping into kind of like your independence now. You've gone through what I was already talking about, but you're tapping into like this spiritual independence. This, I don't need to get messages from other people. I don't need to get advice from anyone. I have independence now. And this gives you this determination and kind of like this charisma that's popping up. And everyone's feeling it and they're gravitating towards it. You're feeling really amazing. And for those who are in this energy, there's so much self-love. So you're going to be attracting lots of love around you. Lots of people. A lot of good energy there. So that's for some of you in Monday as well. I'm just doing my thing. The higher self, collective higher self said, I'm just doing my thing. And the beautiful thing about hearing that, we're stepping into really being our true selves. Being different is a big deal. Like being innovative, being different, being yourself, telling your truth, standing your ground, enjoying the ride. That is a very attractive quality, and a lot of you are stepping into that, and that's just freaking lovely. All right, energy of June 10th, Monday, or Tuesday, June 10th, Tuesday. There we go, Holy Spirit God, June 10th, Tuesday. Hold on 1 second. Oh, there we go. Tuesday feels like your perseverance is paying off. There is a recovery. It feels like there's a full recovery of some sort that happens Tuesday. Let me go ahead and tune into it without the cards. I got together we are strong. Together we are strong. And this message is for those who are helping other people or who are in community. It feels like the more that you help, the more you are provided for from the universe. And it's requiring you to have conviction. Like, there are people that are watching this that have been doing the spiritual work for a long time. And it's requiring you. Right now, the energy is requiring you on the 10th to sit on a level of conviction that you haven't met yet. Like, can you really sit and trust without even having a thought that something might go wrong? Even a little thought, even like a little almost subconscious-y thought, like you can almost catch it, even though it's in the subconscious, you'll be able to it's not even there, right? We are being asked to get real responsible with our energy and our thoughts and our subconscious. and stand our ground with having trust and the universe. And the world, once again, is going to show you other things, but it wants you to tune in and see how supported you are on Tuesday and trust and do things that you enjoy doing. It's almost like the more that you do this, the cookies, like the energy that comes after this is massive the more that you do this. And that's what Tuesday has. And you might notice that these days are a little quiet. Like it's like kind of quiet feeling. There's things happening, right? But Monday felt very like transformative, but it was quiet on the outside world. Tuesday feels quiet on the inside world. But it might be a little busier on the outside. When I mean outside, I mean like our environment, physical world, physical reality. But Tuesday is really giving the option, like, are you going to sit into this new version? Be introspective. Let God, let universe lead the way. Everything that you're anchoring in is creating a frequency that allows you to see your possibilities that are coming in. All you have to do is trust, believe, trust. Surrender to the ultimate truth of who you are. Don't question any of your messagings. Follow its lead. You're being asked to trust more than ever. Tuesday's about trust. I mean, those 3 days, and that's where I wanted to bring them together. They have similarities. There's some differences there, but they have some similarities too. Higher Self for Tuesday. These feel like quiet days. So if you're like thinking like work's going to take off and it's going to be insane, you're going to be so busy, it's like, it's here to run its course. Like, work is going to be work. It's going to flow and do its thing like it's always been doing. But right now you are creating the inner infrastructure for a even more higher aligned version of work to show up for you. So that's your work right now. And to do the actions that maintain the new frequency in your work while letting all the rest of it kind of stay in autopilot. Also, I'm picking up I am picking this up. There is a lot of breakups happening, like in the next 3 days. So it just is in the energy. So many people are changing like rapidly, like their views, how they see themselves, how they want to be in the world. It's changing. So, some people don't like change and they get frustrated and take it out on their partner, or that, they just don't align anymore. So lots of breakups. And then there's also like reorganizing relationships. Like if you maintain a relationship, if you're in it, it might have a new flavor to it. And you guys got to figure out, oh, what's this new flavor together? What does this look like for us? Who are we together? So, and that could be a real positive thing. Like some of you may actually take it to the next level because the new flavor is so amazing, and you take it, you get more serious in your relationship. And that's quite lovely. Some of you are really thinking, you get the itch to travel, even though it's like, why would anyone want to travel right now? Some of you are really getting the itch to travel. You want to discover new land, adventure. Adventure brings excitement into your life. It brings a new level and texture and growth into your soul. And a lot of you are looking for growth within the soul with travel, with just connecting to different lands, different civilizations from those lands, the history. And so a lot of these lands, people, when they're thinking about traveling, it ignites something within your soul to activate something that's already there. So, you might notice in the next few days, or you have probably a few days before this, feel like there's like kind of a urge to, I feel like I want to go somewhere. I feel like I want to go somewhere. It's important. All right. I'm going to go ahead into the Akashic Records rant. Okay, I think I'm ready to share my channel message now. So, I was hiking and I saw this spider, and it was about to rain, and it quickly like went into this hole under a rock, and I was like, oh my gosh, they don't have a system that lets them know ahead of time that there's a storm. Like if they don't catch it with their true gut feeling, then they're screwed. That's what I was thinking. And God, the Akashic Records, simultaneously, I like to use both because it's God's record in my eyes, is that humans create things like meteorology here to predict weather. They use their human will to predict weather. But know that using your human will to solve a problem is like putting a band-aid on a knee before jumping into a pool. That momentarily it feels like it is supporting and working and helping and making life easier and safer. But in the grand scheme of things, this is just grazing the surface. That human will does help humanity for a little while. But imagine if you utilize God's will to its fullest potential. You would know weeks before a storm came. You would be guided on exactly what to do. And although that spider only knew that the storm was happening in an instant, its level of consciousness had the ability to know it was time to go into that hole. Using human will is a tool, but it's like that one nail in the entire house. It's only doing a little bit. Using God will is like having the builder build the house. Every piece of this house, all the bits of its creation, all the tools, are all connected together. And God can build the house and break it down and build it again. There's so much strength in that connection of knowing. Science has touched the surface. Will you look into just the surface, or do you have the faith to go through the veil and see it all? Connect with it, listen to it 100%. Can you trust it? See it? Letting all the outside circumstances not hold you back. Do you have the courage? The awareness and the consciousness of a human being is much bigger than a spider's. You are given free will to make a choice if you will use the same intuitive system that the spider has. And know that when you use your intuitive system, you connect to greater heights than the spider. You have it all. Believe in it all. Believe that there is more. All right, guys. I hope you have a fabulous 3 days and have a, you guys rock. Bye.